Coming up in the next countdown LBL. Coming up next video. Title, next video. Description, skip to this video now. Transcript for highways jammed with residents fleeing Florida. We know Floridians have been bracing for several days now, trying to figure out what they were going to do. Would they stay? Would they evacuate? And as people fled their homes and took it onto their cars and wind up those interstates, we saw what happened. Massive backups who were crowding the interstates. Bill, look, cars, people having to abandon their cars because they ran out of gas, and that's who we think ABC's backed up and who's been Fort Lauderdale covering this mass exit that is turned into a huge headache. Matt, a good morning, Amy. As you're seeing where you are, Miami, it is pretty quiet on the roadways this morning here in Southeast Florida. What a difference 24 hours makes. But I've been speaking to officials on the western side of the state, and as TJ mentioned, so many people there thought that the storm would pass them by, so they hunkered down. Now those officials expect those very sick people to clog the roadways trying to get out of harm's way. This morning, when the largest evacuations in American history. Where you going to morning? That's over the past 24 hours, the Florida governor ordering that mass exodus of millions of people, among the tens of thousands in that allure and red taillights late Friday, which David Loeb, his wife, 2 kids, mother-in-law, and dog new shoe, and I-75 North news contraption. Even Jefferson's 130 in the morning guests were to come from Miami, though, that agreed to document that painful slog north out of harm's way. What's normally a 6-hour drive, him 20 hours. That line of cars stretching into the horizon is just a fraction of the total traffic jam. This thing spans 65 miles right now, but the heaviest traffic Friday on I-95 just off the Florida-Georgia line. They are over 4,000 vehicles an hour, more than twice the normal volume. And in that river of humanity you thirst for fuel. Here in the country's third largest state this morning, the vast majority of gas stations closed or empty. And for those who didn't get out, dire warning from Broward Sheriff's Fire Rescue Captain Ron Wantus. Once the winds of up to, I believe, 4,045 miles now, we are not allowed brown to their own. After so many folks here, there is a literal deadline approaching to draw bridges along the barrier islands here are gonna go up, and officials say they're closing down the main east-west route here in Florida. They tell me that if folks haven't been able to get out already, it is going to be much trickier to navigate their way out this morning. Alright, Matt Gutman, and for the nearly 400 people who are waking up at this shelter in Miami, we have 40. Seeing weather start to whip around in Miami, we had heavy winds, strong thunder and lightning setting off car alarms. A very ominous feel in Miami, certainly aware what's to come. Dan and Paula, so much to come, so much of it is incredibly scary. Amy, thank you. This transcript has been automatically generated and may not be 100% accurate.